48 laws of power. A dwarf standing on a giant's shoulders sees the furthest of the two. Now, Voltaire originally said this. What does it mean? The giant is everybody that came before me, and I am just benefiting from standing on the giant's shoulder. That is what knowledge and wisdom is. You have the responsibility to your ancestors to pick up on the knowledge, right? Luckily, those that came before us, and Voltaire talks a lot about honoring what became before us and honoring what comes after us. Continuity between the generations, right? That we should look at ourselves not as individuals per se. Of course, we are individuals, but we should also look at ourselves as a link within destiny's chain. In your modern life, you don't have time to read Otto von Bismarck and Napoleon and Machiavelli and all the different sources that Robert Greene has put together. Robert Greene has put together all the sources, all these different life lessons, and he's put it into one book. Not only that, you could watch a video. There's different videos that, there's like an animated thing of every single law of power. I'll have the link to that in the description. And then, honestly, you could have a conversation with artificial intelligence and get the general rundown of the 48 laws of power. There's no excuse not to be studying the 48 laws of power, even if you don't have the physical book, even if you're too lazy to read a PDF of it. I know you pirates out there, arrgh, you'll find a way to pirate it, whatever. You know what I mean? But there's no excuse not to be studying the 48 laws of power in some form or another. Either read the book or watch a video about it. You know, you got the animated series 48 laws of power, or talk to ChatGPT about it, because it's really like ChatGPT is like the Oracle of Delphi. It's basically some shit our ancestors predicted. It's the sum total of human knowledge combined into like a large language model. So it's very impressive stuff, and it's helping accelerate my learning process. Things that normally would take me a long time to learn, I could learn much faster by having these conversations with AI. If AI ever says anything stupid, I ask it for the source materials. But yeah, The Art of War by Sun Tzu is another good one. But yeah, the 48 Laws of Power, you need to be reading the 48 Laws of Power. I can't stress this enough. I can't stress this enough. This is an incredible book that really, really, really changed my life and changed the way that I view the world. And you will see that there are times when I use the 48 Laws of Power, and there's times when I didn't use the 48 Laws of Power. The times that I used it, it was a very, very good decision. The times that I didn't use it and charged straight in, it was times that didn't go so well. This book has changed my life. I'm not getting paid to endorse it or anything like that. What Robert Greene has done is he has found all the different source materials. He's found Otto von Bismarck. He even talks about Henry Kissinger, and I know we don't like him, but again, these are powerful people. This is a study on power. There's all types of people that he mentions in this book that I don't particularly like. I don't particularly like Henry Kissinger, obviously. Right? But it's in the book for a reason. This is a study of power. And man, this is really a masterpiece. And I tell you what, they banned this in prison. They didn't want prison inmates reading this. They banned it in the Florida Department of Corrections. That's how powerful this book is. This is banned in the Florida Department of Corrections for a reason. Part of the reason it's banned, to their credit, is because inmates will read this and they'll misinterpret it, and they won't study it. Like, there's some people that just dive into it a little bit and completely misinterpret and take out of context the things in this book. This book has been treated by some criminals the same way they treat their gang knowledge. Like they just memorize every single point and they think that's going to change their life. No, you got to actually dive into this to really understand the tactics. Victor Lustig is mentioned in the book. That's an evil dude, right? But all the more reason to be aware of his techniques, because these techniques have been used for thousands of years. You need to know about them. Otherwise, you're going to keep falling prey to them. You might think the information in this book is outdated. It's not. Human nature has not fundamentally changed in the last 10,000 years, and it's not about to change anytime soon. Study the 48 laws of power. Stop putting it off. I know a lot of people that have put it off. The time to read the 48 laws of power was yesterday. If you're 20 years old and you ain't read the 48 laws of power, you should have read that when you were 15. If you're 30, you should have read it when you're 18. Right? You should have read that shit years ago. Stop putting it off. If you haven't read the 48 laws of power, give it in a real study. Now's the time to do it. It will change your life. It's changed my life. Time to read the 48 laws of power. If you like mowing your lawn at 5 a.m. and you like drinking White Monster, I need you to listen up. If you want to increase the production value of these videos, there's no better way to do it than to take the Cash App information on the screen and send me a couple bucks. It will help the channel 100%. It will help the channel. It'll help me increase the production value, make these videos better. I need some rich baby boomers to come to the rescue. You've already saved my ass a couple of times. Show the world that the boomers are based. Show the world that the boomers are based. If you're a boomer, donate. Donate, 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 donate. I will make you proud. Jordan Jared, signing off.